Woo woo. All right, let's see. Let's get this down to a manageable level.
Sheesh. Let's do.
Let's do it.
Let's do.
All right, let's see what that's going for.
Hey Nick, I have a quick question before we get started here because it's gonna get nitty and it's gonna get gritty. It's gonna get gritty. I know all the squigglies told you to short. How much did you short the market? All the squigglies told you to short it, right?
Yes, I shorted it by 0.
Oh crap! So you didn't listen to the squigglies?
No,
you didn't.
My Benjamin Cohen subscription ran out. It was too expensive because I've only lost money forever with him.
So it's infinite loss. So his subscription costs infinite.
Yeah, it's infinite loss. So let's see. Ethereum's up. The Bitcoin is up.
It is up.
What else is there?
Not a ton. Couple percent, right? What's it up? 2%, 3%? What is it?
It is.
I'm waiting for a 10% day. I want to see a 10%er. Oh, 3.5. Oh, yours is 24-hour rolling. Okay, yeah. I got it. Yeah. Mine's from the UTC. That's why it's showing.
At least we're well over 3 trillion on the market cap. That's good.
I love me some 3 trillions.
Yeah.
Dude, I love it.
Bam.
Dang.
So yeah,
Ethereum's up. Everything's up.
Ethereum's actually having a pretty good. It's not having a Monero day. It's not having all-time highs based on nothing. But
XMR in 7 days, it's up 65%. What?
In a month, it's up 76%.
I haven't even seen that. That's crazy.
And they were getting 51% attacked all last year. All last year.
So I guess that Zcash really failed, didn't it? Did it? I didn't check Zcash.
I didn't see it.
Usually, the reason Monero would go up is because Zcash failed, I'm guessing, right? Let me check.
I don't know what the relationship is between those two.
Oh, Zcash it's up okay. It's up like 4%. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's just I do not understand. I don't understand and haven't been given a good a reasonable explanation for why Monero is running the way it is. It looks beyond suspicious. If you own privacy coins and you weren't clever about it, you're on a list. You realize that. You're on a list for money laundering and conspiracy. You just are. They were very open about that. The IRS was very open about that. If you have private money, they're going to put you on a fucking list and they're going to come after you. So I don't get it. So to me, this looks like something suspicious. I mean, I'm glad that they made money. It's cool that those people made money, but I think they may be making money for the wrong reasons.
Yeah. Okay.
Good luck. Good luck to them. Good luck to you morons holding privacy coins. You can keep them next to your gold and your silver bullion.
It's silver going nuts. Dude, that's going to end horribly, right? I don't know. Maybe it keeps going. Who knows?
I think it will fizzle. I think it will correct, and then it will kind of fizzle and kind of sit. And I'm sure that where's silver at now?
Freaking $92.
Yeah, so it probably levels out between $50 and $70, which is a huge improvement from the lull that it was in below $20.
It held for $20 for like 15 years or something like that. Like crazy amount of time.
But I still don't think we're going to get the really big run in crypto until the precious metals meme trade is over.
Yep. Dude, I
Like, I don't even know
okay.
I don't even know what they're trading on now. Like, what's the story? What's the story?
I don't know. 2013, 13 years it held at $20. 13 years, dude.
Yeah. Like, wow. I don't understand what the story is. I'm not sure. No. Like, buy gold and silver. Why? Because so other people are buying it. Okay. I mean, I guess. All right. That seems like a direct greater fool argument, but okay.
Yeah.
That's what floats your boat. I think the play. Okay, so where do you think the play is now? Well, that's kind of more behind the wall.
We'll talk behind the wall. Before we get to that, did you see the latest Landman episode at all?
I did.
So that scene betwixt, Tommy's daughter, what's her name, Ainsley or whatever,
yes. And who?
When she went to college and stuff. Anyway, that scene is going nuts, man. People are flipping a brick because I don't think I've seen, even when we were watching that. If you guys haven't seen it, go see it. But even while we were watching that scene, I'm like, can they do this on TV now? Oh yeah, we're past the Biden presidency. I guess they can. I was just shocked to see Paramount do something like that.
Oh, you mean step on the
they them argument?
Yeah.
The they thems? Yes. I have the strip said where dude, you want to listen to the clip? I have it like pulled up. It's hilarious. There's just that little clip where she's in with the guidance counselor.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Okay, hold on. Let me oh no, I forgot to share the sound. Oh my god. I hate how you can't just add sound. You have to like reshare it. But that's okay. Boom, 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 boom. This is a good clip. Okay. Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I don't get the sense that she wants me to express myself at all.
How so?
Well, for example, their pronouns.
Here we go.
What?
Nothing. I'm just preparing myself to be offended.
No, I don't care what someone's pronouns are. I mean, using a plural pronoun for one person is just kind of incorrect.
Says who?
Well, the English language.
Ainsley, I'm not going to argue the evolving.
The English language, she says. Says who? The English language. It is so funny. She was actually going into that whole dorm room experience, and I know this is probably a tangent, going into the whole dorm room experience, being really nice to the person, open, willing to accept, willing to talk about it, but that person was just, anyway. I thought it was a great scene.
It was the typical, I haven't been a victim, and that makes me a victim. For instance, because that whole thing is, it's typically the weird white chick or the weird white guy, right? It is what it is. I want to be, well, listen, I went into the store the other day and my friend is black and they were watching them thinking they were going to steal. But you know what? I felt victimized because no one was watching me. I'm not good enough to steal. Like,
that's right.
So therefore, I've been victimized because no one once thought I lined my pockets with stolen goods and no one even looked at me.
It's like when I walk out of the Walmart,
Yeah.
They're checking all of a certain ethnicity's receipts. They never check mine. What if I want to stop and chat? I want to stop and chat. I never get checked. I just walk right out. Every time. Full cart, nobody asks for my receipt. But then they stop the person in front of me every time that's certain, and it's weird. It's really odd. But so the funny thing is the left-wing Democrats are targeting the person. So the girl, her, as a person. The actress herself, they're boycotting her.
That's
for
so
a character
stupid.
That she portrayed on TV. It's like saying, you killed somebody.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. It's like, oh, you killed somebody in a movie. You're a killer. What? In what world? It's like, really? It's like if they were to, who's John Wick? John Wick. So it's like they are mad at that guy because he played John Wick. Oh, you killed all these people. We don't like you, type of thing. It's like, what? Keanu Reeves. It's like, we don't like Keanu Reeves now. What? It's so weird to me. Those guys.
I saw this comedian.
off their rocker.
I saw this comedian. She was talking about this kind of stuff, and it's kind of like dark comedy, kind of like stuff you're not supposed to laugh at. But she was like, first of all, let me say, like, I don't hate anybody for their race or their ethnicity. I hate people for the way they behave.
Right.
She said, isn't it weird how everybody behaves like Puerto Ricans on the island of Puerto Rico? And she just like, she was very funny. She was making fun of these kinds of like weird little, and it was very funny. People, but this is the other end of the woke pendulum, right? It went too woke. And now that it's coming back, the super wokies are like clinging. They're like, no, we're not giving any land back. We're not giving any territory. We've come too far. And like, most of the nonsense you guys did was all made up for about a period of about 5 years. It was just made up bull stuff. It was a bunch of people that are not special, that lived pretty much a charmed life, saying, I haven't been victimized, and the lack of victimization is in itself making me a victim. I'm a victim because I was never victimized, and that hurts. Like, what the crap?
Wow.
Yeah, Taylor Sheridan can get away with it. He's also leaving Paramount. So next year he's going over. He did a deal with Peacock, I think.
I wonder if Paramount did that in an attempt to salvage any sort of, anyway, but probably not. It's too late. Yeah, crazy stuff. So let's talk a little bit about the Clarity Act. That's supposed to be signed this week or whatever. Don't pay attention to this bet. It means nothing. But the Clarity Act, if you guys don't know, so the Senate has made over 130. Have you read the new bill? 137 amendments to what the House voted on. 137 changes, something like that.
Scheisse.
This thing's getting long and shiesty. Yeah. But it's actually, I mean, I don't know. It's pretty decent, but I'm going to summarize a little bit about what's in there because right now everybody's in a state of confusion as far as clarity. So that's why we have this Clarity Act. So this bill's trying to fix that. Here's kind of some of the main things. The Clarity Act finally defines who regulates crypto. So right now the SEC says everything is a security, and the CFTC says crypto is a commodity. This bill splits them clearly into securities and commodities. It also creates a new asset called ancillary assets. Okay. So I guess this is a big deal. So most crypto tokens are not stocks. They don't give ownership in a company, which is true. They give access to a network. So the bill says these tokens are not securities. They are ancillary assets, meaning they are not treated like shares. They don't need IPO style rules, but they still need transparency. And then it goes and describes the transparency that it needs. It's going to force project disclosure. So any new projects that launch after this bill is passed, it says the project must clearly show who is building it, how tokens are created, who owns how much, how the system works, what risks exist, and how governance works. There's not going to be any more vague white papers of people, yo, roadmap coming type of thing.
Yeah.
On after this Clarity Act is, and there's not going to be any more vague tokenomics of team investors.
Yeah.
It's going to have to say specifically who is in possession of what tokens.
Who gets what?
Exactly, which I think is awesome. Okay.
That's a good idea.
If they have a big fundraise over 25 million, it has to be fully audited. They're going to have to show all the audited financials. They must prove that all the funds are real, and they must show how the money is used. So it's going to kill all these like fake treasuries and fake paper numbers and artificially inflated things and whatever. I think that's really good as well. So on the developer builder side, if you do like a little tweet, sometimes I guess you can get sued, but the bill's going to clarify that too. So builders, I guess team owners or whatever, can talk about roadmaps, features, development plans, as long as they are honest. So I don't know how that vague that's going to be or how that's going to be, but whatever. It's going to remove the fear of innovating into new territory, which is kind of nice. Projects can start centralized, then slowly decentralize. So this is going to open up a path for like all Web 2 companies to work into decentralization, which is kind of cool. So once they're fully decentralized, they can stop being treated like securities, and regulation becomes lighter. So this is actually really good for Ethereum. So it's going to help with the tokenization of assets and give them a roadmap to be able to legalize that tokenization and make the stringent stock regulation a lot easier to follow when it comes decentralized. They're going to regulate exchanges properly. So crypto exchanges must register, separate user funds from company funds, follow custody rules, follow market surveillance, and prevent wash trading. So banning wash trading becomes a big part of this, because with wash trading becoming illegal, fake liquidity becomes criminal. This protects retail investors, supposedly. It also will criminalize spoofing and front running. So they're going to be able to tell who's spoofs and all these like front running where they buy a bunch, and then
a lot of the crap that we've been seeing for the last few years is going away.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the crap we've been seeing for the last few months is going away.
Oh, 100%. That's why I think, and we talked about this last time, why they are rushing to do all those things.
Yeah. So I guess
now,
I guess we have to also assume that people are going to pull some crap over the next 2 or 3 months.
Yeah, until this goes into effect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So exchanges now have to show they actually hold user funds and verify that transparently with a regular verification.
Good.
It's basically targeting
audits. That's good.
Yes, continual audits with full transparency. They're targeting the FTX style failure, so they can't rehypothecate user funds in any way, shape, or form.
They weren't rehypothecating, Brandon. They were stealing.
They sure were.
They weren't re-pledging. They weren't re-lending collateral. They took your money and gave it to their investment idiots, and those idiots squandered it. Caroline Ellison, big-eyed dummy. Would you give her 18 cents, much less billions of dollars to manage? She had zero experience in investing. Zero. Like, that wasn't even her education at school. She wasn't an investment advisor. She wasn't a financial man. None of that.
She was a zoologist, right? Something like that.
What the hell would she know about managing money?
The
answer is zero. None of them knew anything. Complete goose egg zero. Matter. What's bigger than a goose? Ostrich? Ostrich egg. Alligator egg. Whatever. Zero.
Yes, 100%. So, I think this is going to bring a lot of clarity to the market and less chaos. I support this. I think this is great. This is all wins.
Yeah.
All wins.
Let me guess.
Really
is Elizabeth Warren against it?
Who knows, dude? Honestly, I don't even know where it's going to. I thought it was going to be voted on tomorrow, but I don't know. The the tariff thing was supposed to be voted on today again and got pushed again, which is insane. So I don't know whether this is going to be voted on. I can never really tell. It all seems like fluff and stuff until I see a vote. But anyway, It's going to be voted on sometime. Who knows when? So
the tariff thing would be a decision being passed down from the Supreme Court. That's different than like a vote with senators and congressmen.
Yeah, that's true. That's a decision. So we'll see.
Yeah. What it usually means is when you have a situation like that, you probably have one or two dissenters in whatever the opinion is coming down from the Supreme Court. And until those dissenters have filed their final version of their dissent, which is this, because remember, all that stuff goes in the record forever. And a lot of times other cases will use parts of a dissent in their defense on the way towards the Supreme Court. They'll actually, which is bad law, by the way, you're not supposed to use dissenting opinions in your defense or prosecution. A dissenting opinion means we were wrong, but here's why I don't agree. But that's not precedent. Precedent is from the opinion of the court, not the dissenting. But you have to wait until all the justices submit their final draft of their dissents. And I think that's probably the holdup.
Yeah.
So it was probably a contentious decision, whatever it was.
Eric Adams just launched New York City token on Monday night. Count me out. Krager, it's already Wednesday. That stuff is like, you're already out because we're 2 days into a meme coin.
Yeah.
You're out because he already rug pulled. He already pulled the liquidity. And he said, he's like, he launched this token Monday night. The liquidity got pulled the next morning. He made $2.4 million. And yeah, you're out because it's already Wednesday. It's already 48 hours. That's how you're out, Krager.
Who's
Not
Eric
because
Adams?
he was the former mayor of New York City.
And he
So
just
somebody
launched
was.
it. And after all this crap,
Yeah.
he's gonna get away with that, or is he? Someone's gonna sue him?
Yeah, because there's no anyway. He might get sued. Somebody was like chasing him down as he was getting on the subway yesterday, and he's like, he's like, I'm not mayor anymore. Go F yourself. So he's like, because they're like, you launched this as mayor of New York City. It's like, I'm not mayor anymore. Go F yourself.
The thing is, you gotta be careful in New York. If you screwed some people over, they'll just come and hit you with a tire iron
for $2,000. Yeah,
yeah,
or less, or
I mean,
just as their mask.
these low rent dudes, man, they really it really boggles my mind. You're willing to be an enemy to everyone for the rest of your life for $2 million? I don't know, man. Because if he's no longer the mayor, I'm guessing that more than 51% of the people don't like him.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly.
So
exactly.
What a scumbag.
Anyway,
Also,
yeah, that's why you're not in, because that's what happened.
And what kind of dumbass do you have to be to buy that dude's token? I mean, really?
Nobody buys it. Nobody.
Like Kamala coin. No.
I mean, I watched it as it happened. Did I even pull up a chart? No. I'm not even going to look at that because that's silly at this point. No, nobody buys that. Nobody. Anyway, that's all I have.
I'm interested. I got really irked yesterday going through the reading about the situation where some people from JP Morgan Chase were coming out trying to get the banks to rally against Trump's cap of 10% on interest rates for credit cards.
Of course they are.
Yeah. They're like, we can't make money. They said it would actually cause inflation. That's what they said.
Yeah, whatever, dude. They're so full of. Well, the interesting thing is, I wonder. I mean, I kind of wonder about. Well, I think they have first mover and monopoly type advantage, like Visa, MasterCard, and all those. Not those guys, but the banks that are issuing these credit cards. The banks that are. So there's the credit card companies. They make money with the transaction fees and stuff like that.
Right.
But the banks actually back up the credit card companies, and they're the ones making charging all the interest rates, right?
And really, they're the ones servicing the debt.
Yeah, they're servicing all the debt. So I wonder, they just are too big to compete with, or else there would be a competitor in the market. And they have a monopoly, a monopolistic, basically control. That's why Trump has to intervene, because no small player can enter into the market and say, hey, we're only doing a credit card that charges 9%. No small player could come in there because they don't have enough backing. And so, unfortunately, that's why Trump has to come in here and intervene in this market, because normally I would say it's a free market. Let's let a competitor come in and charge 9%. But really, I don't think that's possible. I don't think anybody has the capability to do that because of how big banks are. There's no new players that can do that, right? Anyway,
well,
that's my
I just the audacity of these banks to even open their mouth saying we should just go against, the president on this. We're just going to go against it. You're not going to go against it if it's the law. Like when someone says something like that, I just wish a prosecutor would show up with a warrant that moment. Like, oh yeah, you get to go to jail tonight to think about how stupid what you said was. But I know that's not the way it works. But like, man,
I agree. Crazy, man. I don't know how they get away with this stuff. But the banks get away with everything, don't they?
Yeah.
Everything.
Because the banks will just say, well, listen, if you don't want us banking, if you don't want us to, we'll just close up shop and shut up. That's where too big to fail came from. They've
Yeah,
gotten so big that we don't have a choice. So they become these
really
machines.
don't. Yep. Unfortunately.
Yeah, and I think
Anyway.
the Fed for many years has been trying to engineer a backwards up banking collapse, a bottoms up. I think there's over 5,000 banks in the United States, and the argument from the Fed would be these honky-tonk rural provincial banks, they're just causing trouble for the rest of us and making it hard to do our job. So we would be able to manage the economy if it weren't for these banks giving out loans at lower rates and all this. So we want them all to collapse. There should only be 12 banks, and they should have the word Fed written on them. I mean, if the Federal Reserve would love it if they were the only banks left.
Of course.
And I think they've been trying to engineer a bottoms up collapse in all of banking for a long time. It just hasn't worked yet. But they have been able to, I mean, a lot of banks do close. A lot of banks have gotten blown up. So I got 1-0, Fed. 1-0. What a joke. Anyway, that's why you don't, compound interest is what's the eighth wonder of the world. And it's the first one that you experience when you get credit cards and you owe some money. You're like, I don't understand. I owed $4 last week. Well, now you owe 7,000. It's only been 6 weeks. 7,000. You signed it. I didn't sign this. Dude, I would have thought because my credit is good and I have good history and all this kind of stuff that the rates on these credit cards would get lower for me. Mm-mm.
Oh geez. Like all of mine. So I think I have an 840 credit. It's something like crazy. Like it's crazy good credit, right? And my interest rate on like the American Express card is like 24% or something, 23%, something like that. Like crazy. Outrageously, insanely, unrealistically.
You see one that's 15 to 16 or 15 to 18%. You're like, oh, that's a pretty good one. No, it's not.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one. I mean, I didn't ever pay the interest, but it's like, it's insane that that's what would happen if I missed a month or something like that,
Yeah. And it's accruing every day.
Yep.
Ugh. Credit card debt's the worst, man. I remember finally shoveling myself out of credit card debt. Well, I was out of debt. Come to think of it, I don't even know how I got into debt.
Dude.
I'm trying to think of like what led to it because it was, I got into debt. I actually had a system where I had a bunch of cards and I would use the cheapest ones and do all this kind of stuff when I buy stuff. And it was going well and one card expired or there was something and my system got screwed up. I was like, wait, that one's out. And I took it out and like it's expired. I got rid of it and I forgot about it. And it was one of the ones that I was going from 1 to 1 to 1 to 1. And then I look back and I'm like, crap. Oh, like $6,000. And because of interest, it was like $7,000. I was like, oh crap. So I had to fight my way out of that one. I had this good system going for a minute. You have a Navy Federal Platinum? I have a Navy Federal normal one. 18%'s high though, man. Navy Federal Platinum. What's the limit on that one, Hootie? I'm curious what. That's got to be a good one if it's platinum. Platinum's fancy as hell.
Platinum's good. I gotta see. I'm curious what.
Lisa, you don't call the wall. You're not the wall deputy. Taylor's the wall deputy. When Taylor's here, he's the sheriff.
He called it a while. He called it 1 minute into the show.
He called it way too early.
We were talking.
Yeah. He's been drinking on the job, is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, Hootie, you have to ask to raise it you want to raise it because that's part of your credit score, available credit. So on all of your cards, every 2 months, you need to request a credit line increase. It's a soft pull on your credit. It's not a hard pull. And usually it's just based on scoring. Everybody here, you need to request limit increases. Just make sure just tell them, hey, I don't want a hard pull on my credit. If you do a hard pull, I'm not asking. Make sure it's a
But
soft
if I were to
credit.
ask, is it a soft one?
If it's a soft pull, if they say yes, say I want a credit, I want an increase. And you need to do this with every one of your cards. I've gotten my American Express, well, Platinum, they don't really give you, they don't really give you a limit. It's based on your spending. You know that, Brandon?
Yeah. Okay. My Coinbase one, I'm trying to look at see what the interest rate is on my Coinbase one. It's hard to find.
I have a USAA signature Visa also. I have the Navy Federal one and I have a USAA one, but I don't use either of them, but I have them. And now what I do is when I get a new card, I turn it on and then I cut it. I immediately cut it up because I'm not going to use it, but I want the available credit.
Ooh, I found it. 19.49%.
Sheesh.
They gave me 25,000 first minute on the Coinbase one. Like, that's a lot of interest, dude.
Oof.
I have 0 fees though. Let me see. Yeah, 0 fees. 0 interest charge last statement. That's good.
But
0.
man.
Boy, you miss a payment. That's why I pay like every 3 days. I pay every 3 days because I'm so scared. I'm like, what if I miss the month? That's why I pay every 3 days. Anyway.
Well, Levin, you're missing
0 interest. No, it's not 0 interest.
That's not actually how it works. They look at your activity throughout your entire credit, not just what's on that card. Like I have a lot of cards where they just have kept increasing the limits. I only use one card. I use my American Express Platinum. I was using my black card, but the black card doesn't give you really good rates.
Yeah, so they don't give you good like perks, do they?
Well, no, they do give you good perks.
Oh, sorry. I mean, like, what do they call them? Reward.
The points are crap.
Yeah.
The perks are good. They give you, depending, as long as you use it, like you get $250 a quarter at Saks Fifth Avenue. You get a free, like membership to all the Equinoxes. But if you don't work out, that doesn't do you any good. But if you do, that's already worth $4,000 a year. On the other side of it, the black card is $15,000 a year. So
what?
Yeah. So if you add it all up, it's like
cancel that card.
Well, I did. I discontinued using it because it didn't make sense anymore. And it's cool to have a black card, but when's the last time you pulled out a physical card?
I know. I always you just tap now, right?
And guess what? When my phone's like this, you don't see that I got a black card.
I know. It sucks because
that was the whole point.
Cool.
That was the whole point.
So nobody knows anymore. You can't even flash it.
Yeah, so no one can see you flex anymore. So it's like, Anyway, should we go behind the wall and talk about where we're going to put our money units?
I can't wait. Let's go behind the wall and answer this question.
I've never had an account closed, not one single one. I have about an 825 credit. I have about, well, if I count up all my credit cards, $2 million worth of credit limit in my credit cards. They haven't closed a single one. So I'm sure there's other behavior that makes them close accounts. But it ain't dormant because they've not closed a single one.
Mine have stayed open since like 2005. I haven't used them. Like I have like a Discover one. They do lower the limit on mine for whatever reason if I don't use it forever.
Well, Discovery's a scam.
Yeah, like I had some Discover cards, like 3 of them, some Citi cards. Citi's just there. Like Bank of America ones, they all stayed open. I've had them since 15 years and never used them because they don't have the right rewards.
Okay, should we get behind this old wall right here? I think we should.
Oh, yeah.
Bam. Bam.
Going behind the proverbial wall now to continue the broadcast privately for the digital investors and digital private clients. If you'd like to join us, simply go to nickblacknext.com and subscribe to one of our plans and immediately take advantage of our library of tools, tactics, and information. It's all designed to help you learn, grow and manage your portfolio like a pro, join us now.